Done, bro. Wait, where you going? To watch the full 94 podcast. Can't watch that without me. Wait up, bro. You know full 94 is my favorite show.
Said we winning in here. Yeah. What going on, family? It is your boy Miles
We
Austin. This
winning in
is the
here.
494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. See, yeah, sing that. I love it. I like when you sing the song I create. You know, I was a part of the creation team. I'll be quiet. But look, we got a lot to talk about. You got me, Miles here. You got Mr. Teddy Farrell. You got Sports Talk with C over there. Shout out to my boy Jew. My man was trying to get a workout for real today. And I can really talk about it because I'm my brother. If you can't have this conversation, I'm just saying my man was really trying to work out today.
Feel better, bro.
And we just gonna make sure you feel good. You know what I mean? Sometimes things happen and it is what it is. We're praying for a speedy recovery. Make sure you calm down a little bit, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. We're gonna continue to talk. Shout out to our brother. This is good stuff right here, man. I think basketball is in a good spot across the board in terms of the NBA, in terms of WNBA, obviously international ball, everything in between. I think there's a lot to talk about. And the Knicks are in the finals. Wemby is in the finals. We can talk about the Western Conference Finals, talk about the Eastern Conference Finals. But what we really can talk about is these two, because at some point we have called these teams, we've called one of these teams juggernauts, obviously because Wemby and what he brings to the court. I have said for 2 years now, maybe 3, that the Knicks have always had the pieces. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. And this year, they basically said, hey, bro, we're here and we're staying. So let's jump right into it. I want to say, C, tell me, what is is there anything surprising to you about the Knicks making the finals? Are we witnessing an Eastern Conference team that's going to be here for a while? Is this peak? Like, what are we really looking at when we look at this team?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, what are we really looking at?
I did not expect them to go to the finals. Just from a coverage, like just from what we've seen, a pattern of the Knicks. Get these teams, they traded pieces to make sure that Brunson had the pieces around him. When they brought over Karl Anthony Towns, I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work. You know, he shows up sometimes, but this year he's been consistent. So I would say seeing, well, not the whole year, postseason, I should say. He's been consistent, and Anunoby's been really consistent. He's been showing up ridiculously on both ends of the floor. So I just think for me, I have to see how they come and approach game one to see if this is a team that would be here. And you know what I'm saying? They're coming off all these days of rest. We have someone who I haven't seen that type of passion in so long when they won a Western Conference Finals in Wemby. So I would just want to see how they approach this game one on Wednesday after being off so much against this team that literally put everything they had into winning that series in the West.
Nah, I feel it. Well, when you look at this team, are we witnessing the peak of their powers? Are we witnessing something that can be sustained over the next couple of years in what they have? We've seen them play at a high level and fizzle out before the finals. And now we're seeing a team who, I won't say ran through the East, but they didn't do a whole lot of losing. You know what I mean? So what are we seeing?
They ran through the East.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. They ran through the East. And then what are we seeing from a squad that's going to go up against a San Antonio team that just knocked off the champs? Like, that's, everybody was saying OKC, like, it with the way that the calls were going, the refs were and the fouls being called, and what Shea was doing. I mean, what are we seeing after the confidence that the Spurs have got? Well, no, Game 7, no, he had no help whatsoever. We're definitely gonna get to Chet and everything that he's played, because it's wild what we watched. And my man's 5-year, $230 plus million contract hits this coming season. So I'm really just trying to figure it out, dog. I don't know. But what are we seeing from the Knicks right now, G?
So
what up, Sean?
As someone who hates the Knicks, they what up, cuz? As someone who hates the Knicks, they got what they needed in Mike Brown. I've been the person who said for years, as good of a coach as Thibodeau is, he burns his teams out immediately, which is why whenever we saw the Knicks get to certain places, they will always end up fizzling out. And now it's a team of balance. Mike Brown is a great coach. He's always been a great coach. I feel like he wrapped in Sacramento because they just didn't want to build around him. And he's got that team going on all cylinders. I mean, when you have all your players literally just kind of subbing in and out, and they all it's continuing. They all hitting the threes. They knocking down the shots. They're playing great defense. They're covering for Jalen Brunson in those pick and roll spots where teams are trying to pick on him. Like right now, they look really good. I'm gonna be honest, and it ain't just because I hate the Knicks. I do think that this matchup favors San Antonio. San Antonio's guard play is crazy. On top of that, what the Knicks haven't seen that they'll get in San Antonio is another team that can shoot the three ball just as good. And you got Wemby. So, the matchup we're going to have to see is what's going to happen of who's going to cover Wemby and how they're going to do it. Because I think Mitchell Robinson is hurt. We're not going to talk about Cat.
What Cat doing? That's the question. We're not talking about nothing else here, dog. What is Cat going to do?
He's gonna have to tap into it. You better come with that smoke how he do against Rudy against Bron, against AD. Come with that smoke. Yeah. Cat when he would play AD, he had this other level.
With the way the Wemby is going, I fully if Wemby don't make Cat come to tears at some point during the series, even if they win, it's a failure. I mean, just being honest. But Cat has been playing great, and he's gonna stretch the floor. He's probably gonna bring Wemby out to the perimeter, depending on how they decide
to right there.
Yeah, depending on how they decide to defend him. But the thing about bringing Wemby out to the perimeter is he can have one hand here at the 3-point line, and he can have one hand at the goal, and he ain't moved. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So for them, it's one of those things where if Wemby controls the paint, then they control the series. If the Knicks can pull him away from the rim, then the Knicks are going to have that full advantage. Because the thing about it is that Jalen Brunson thrives on the mid range and the pull-ups. When somebody goes and drop coverage, he punches them. What's probably going to happen, the smartest thing is that the Spurs will put Stephon Castle on him to start. He's literally the toughest defender that Brunson's probably going to see in this playoffs. But I just think the Spurs guard play can really probably be the big difference in this series.
Yeah. For sure. I think Champagne, even the way Champagne was shooting the ball in Game 7, you're looking at a great supporting cast. Whereas for the Knicks, we've said a number of times over the last few years that in the supporting cast, Brunson has everything that he needs. Especially when they got Cat, it was like, okay, he's going to stretch the floor. He can be effective when he needs to be, and if he's shooting that three ball well, then that's gonna bode well for them in the long run and finishing out games. The question to me is going to be who is going to step up and be the X factor for either team, right? We know Michael has his day. We know Anunoby has showed up in a major way in the Eastern Conference series that we've seen them play in. But somebody's going to have to be consistent because Jalen, as we watched yesterday, SGA cannot be the star of the team cannot be the one who is going to bat by himself and then not have his team show up. Now, I don't believe the New York Knicks are going to be in a spot where Cat or Michael or Anunoby, they're not going to put up points. Like, that's going to happen. The question is who's going to be consistent enough to be a 20-point scorer outside of Jalen Brunson. And I mean, from the face you're making, well, who can that person be, and will they get that person
outside of Jalen Brunson?
Yeah,
I mean, it has to be Cat, because if Cat's shots are not hitting,
yeah,
they're gonna the Spurs are gonna blow them out, because that means you're not spacing the floor, you're not pulling Wemby out to the perimeter as much as possible, and when that happens, that will allow the Spurs to throw all kinds of different looks at Brunson. And if those twos are contested more and more, because the thing about it is they play so well, he wasn't contested a lot in the playoffs so far. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like blowing teams out early. Like even my Sixers, like when Embiid was out, bro, we ain't had no chance. We just said no chance because there was nobody out there and they were spacing the floor. They were knocking down threes and they were getting leads ahead. If Brunson has to fight to get those mid-range shots, the Spurs can win easily because then you still have to put Brunson on defense on the other side. And the thing about the Knicks so far this playoffs is they've been blowing teams out so much that their offense became their defense because teams were constantly playing behind. So you're forcing shots so that you could try to come from behind. They're blowing teams out by 25, 30 points. So I think that's the key. And that, you know, the Knicks can play 5 shooters.
Hawks, man. God bless it.
Yeah, I mean the Knicks can play 5 shooters. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about the Spurs is
I just want Bridges.
But the reason why I kept telling y'all,
I want like Bridges just to be.
What'd you say, Z?
I said I want for the Knicks. I want Mikal Bridges to not be hesitant to play his game, because if he does that, I feel as though he's hard to guard when he's moving with pace.
Agreed.
You know, he's getting to the rack, and then that's when his 3 ball opens up. But we also know when Mikal is very hesitant, his shots don't fall, then he stays away from not shooting the ball.
Yeah,
he basically can't. He can't come out and beat Chet Holmgren. So. I mean, that's basically what it is. He can't. I mean, their X factors is that 3-headed monster of Mikal, OG, and Josh Hart. Now, Josh Hart ain't finna come out and just be dropping threes like he Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. So you're not gonna get that all the time. But if he locked in, that's a problem for the Spurs. But I like the Spurs in the series, man. I just think the Spurs are going to end up being too much. I think, and I could be wrong. I mean, because New York does, NBA does want to see a championship, and if you felt like SGA was selling them fouls, Jalen Brunson gonna win an Oscar.
Yeah, he watched what the Thunder were doing in there, so I think it's going to be. For sure. The thing for me too, and even just interested to that comment, having somebody like Pop in basketball, I'm in the basketball operations seat, to me is all worldly, right? You have somebody who has built that franchise from the ground up and put in so much blood, sweat, and tears. He knows how to win. And I even remember was it after game 3, but they went on, they blew like a 15-0 lead. And I think Pop, this is the only time he's come down to the locker room this whole season after game 3. And that's when Wemby comes out, gives you like 40, and they win by like 20. So the question is going to be, you have a wealth of knowledge in the person who is running the president of basketball operations for the Spurs in Coach Pop. Now, so I do like the fact that it's a cheat code, but the Knicks are facing the crazy thing is that none of these guys have been in this position before. That's on both sides. You got Bismack, who's been there forever. I'm not sure if he's been in the final. I think he's with Toronto when they went to the finals. But I think Harrison Barnes for sure. That's going to be big. I think vets and experience are what's going to be big for this series, because you have people who are on the biggest stage in basketball, and they have not had that experience yet. So when you're talking about a person like a Bismack or Harrison Barnes, who was on the shoulder and in the ear of Wemby in these games saying, hey, bro, this is what we need. This is what we got to do. Let's not get too high. Let's not get too low. Let's stay even keel. Let's stay balanced. This is what needs to happen. This is how we finish this game off. And to see it play out the way that it did in game 7, obviously, OKC, I mean, he had no help outside of two of his starters being down. And then, I mean, basically, like we've already talked about, $200 plus $million man taking 2 shots in a game 7 is crazy to me. So I think you have to deal with that one. That one's gonna feel that one for a minute. Because there wasn't like when we got to halftime, we knew what it was. We were like, where he at? Third quarter, where he at though?
All right.
And then we got to the fourth quarter. He was like, he's still just out on the court. Like, why is he still out there? And because at that point, Wemby's like, bro, I ain't got to play D on you, bro. Are you afraid to come down here? Like, and it felt like the lights got too big. And it's like, you got a championship already, bro. You got 200 plus million coming your way over your next 5 years. So it did feel very weird and how timid he was. And you can see it on his face. It wasn't like he was, oh, I don't know what happened. I was out of my element. Like, no, you looked like you did not want to shoot the ball whatsoever.
Hey, man, when I think I told you that story when I was in 3rd grade, right? It was this dude, this kid named Neville Naughty. Neville got left back like 5 times, right? I'm little. I'm scrappy, but I'm little. Yo, Neville used to stomp me out. But every time I kept fighting. So one time we was in class and my mom was like, listen, if you better not come home with scars and then you better do what you gotta do. So Neville was sitting in the chair. You know what I did? I went up behind Neville, punched Neville in the head with the metal chair. Chet ain't had that fight in him, dog. Chet was not fighting at all. Chet would have saw Neville and he would have went and cried in the corner. You can't be crying in the corner. He did not show up. He did not do anything. You saw throughout this series, Victor was doing all kinds of stuff to this guy. It was like they was going to timeout. You would see Victor just nudge Buddy, and Chet was just taking it. He stepped back off him when he was on the 3-point line.
Oh my god!
And instead of Chet taking a shot, he passed it to Caruso like 4 seconds left. So it's like he completely folded. And I know we talking about not like putting stuff out there with players and all that stuff kind of like that because like but bro, it was a game 7, the biggest game of your career.
Agreed.
Your star is doing everything he needs to do. Shout out to SGA, bro, because he was gassed. Even McCain was showing up. McCain was doing what he had to do. That was Chet's moment. Yeah. And Chet folded like the clothes that Kalani was talking about in that song, bro. And you can't be doing that when you about to make 200.
I was just upset because he had no aggression, no will, no fire, no possess, like nothing. It was flat from the time the game started. And it's like 4 shots, bro. 4?
Maxing and relaxing. What are we doing out here in these streets?
And that's why he's going to Mexico.
And while we talking about Holmgren, we need to bring up Lou Dort. Because all Lou Dort does is foul people and cheat. You foul people and cheat, and you only score 3 points. And
got that high arcing shot. I love when you let it go because you don't know. You be like, bro, if it go in, it's got nothing but the bottom of the net.
Do something. And Pelinka needs to be fired, bro. You see Morey got fired from McCain. Pelinka need to be fired for Caruso. Because Caruso was the missing piece for the Lakers. Because he ain't lying, bro.
You not even lying.
He was hooping.
That still hurts me to this day, bro.
Hey, man.
We were all so pissed.
Hey,
Caruso, Kentavious, Caldwell Pope. I feel like these. I think your boy Pelinka been on. Like I'm like these are pieces you bring with you, bro. You audition and you go, dang, okay, he need to stay with us.
Chet Holmgren was so trash
every time.
They put Caruso on Wemby. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Hey, he was trying. He was trying to block shots. He was at least trying to give him something. Wemby was not even going in the paint to go meet him half of the time.
7 feet tall. Do something. Wemby poked on that man in the first quarter, and Chet was like, "You know what, big dog?
I'm straight, bro.
You got it, folks.
You got it.
I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems. Just let me get to that 239 mil.
You already know it. Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, if they pull off and they get Giannis, it's gonna be because Chet was in that trade.
Exactly. That's a real thing. It's a real thing. After what he just did in game
real
7.
thing. Mm-hmm.
This and people, and I've been having conversations, obviously, just with all types of people about this. And it's like, you got Packers, don't you? Let's talk about it. And I'm like, all right, look, because I got Packers on me, I'm gonna talk about this all the time. And then everybody was seeming to want to show this. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation about it. So like, hey man, he just didn't show up in the game. You know, you all right with like, bro? First off, this is game 7. And when this happens, you after this season, you're gonna be locked in for 5 years, $200+ million. You're the guy. You can't not take shots. And what it tells you is that because people struggle with this one, they were like, why are you so high on it? I'm like, bro, because this shows mentality. This shows mental toughness. This shows where his heart was and what he was trying to do when all the chips were on the line. He didn't show up, and he chose
because you didn't let it all out.
48 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to know from y'all who was more worthless in the playoffs this year, Chet Holmgren or your man Domination?
They sure will.
Which one was it? Domination or Chet Holmgren?
Who? Well, tell me, say the question again.
Who was more worthless in the playoffs this year? Chet Holmgren or Domination?
I'm going with Chet.
I have to go with Chet
because because the thing is, what you have is this microcosm, right, of $200 million. You getting 200 milli, bro. We know we getting from DeAndre. We know
every time we're shocked when he shows up.
Yeah, we're not expecting 25 and 12. We know. Chet, my man said, "Hey, bro, right, give me this money. I'm gonna sign up for this 5-year 200, and I'm about to show up." And you didn't. So it gotta go Chet only because I choose Chet because of the biggest of stages. You were on the biggest of stages to make the biggest of noise and put your stamp on the game, and you chose not to. That tells me a lot about
who you are. Dig in deep. You didn't even dig in deep when you seen your main guy exhausted. You didn't it was you know what I mean?
Gassed.
You didn't even he was so gassed. Chet didn't be like, all right, man, let me see what I can do. You did nothing. You just let him continue to work through that exhaustion to try to get you guys to the finals back to back.
You gotta give Kaysen Wallace Chet Holmgren money because Kaysen was out here. Kaysen was hooping.
Kaysen was hooping, especially in fourth. Not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a lot. I think you may see.
I ain't seen Crispy name down there in a minute. What up, Crispy? Coming in fire shots. Go home somewhere.
He is this place. I think you're gonna see a big change for OKC.
Yeah,
because these are the two Western Conference dynasties, bro. And if this is what you're showing in the beginning, gotta get Buddy up out of there.
You gotta get rid of it.
They could trade for AD.
Who? OKC?
Yep.
Hey man, calm down.
If you trade Chet for AD, that's a straight up trade. But if you trade Chet for Giannis, that's multiple picks, bro.
No, you're not. It's not straight up.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a straight up trade because they're gonna be like Chet Young, bro. It was just one time. They're gonna be like, yo, Chet Young.
It would be nice to put Chet with.
You gotta think about who
Washington
they're trading
team.
him to.
Yeah.
Bro, for the Wizards.
Yeah.
The Wizards be ready to trade you for a bag of chumpies, bro.
Yeah. I get it. I'm trying to figure out what that really looks like. All right, let's get to the predictions, man. What we got? San Antonio versus New York, 7 games. First 2 games. In
I said what last round? I said Spurs in 7. I'm going Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6.
No 7 games. All right. Well, what you got, brother?
I think it goes 7 games. The NBA not going to allow the Spurs to just blow out the Knicks, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, there's a lot of storyline to this.
Scorsese might be writing the story. Now, Ryan Coogler writing the story, then I can see it happening. But I think Scorsese is writing the story. I think it probably goes 6 or 7. The one thing you got to take into account is that I think the Knicks own the season series. The Knicks own the season series, and one of them was a blowout, and I don't know if Wemby played that game. They won. I think they beat them like 114 or something.
Yeah.
In that game, Wemby did. I don't think he played.
I'm taking the Spurs, but I still think it goes 7.
I like that.
I didn't
even catch that. What's up, cousin? I did not even catch see that.
Like
she's in San Antonio, so I love
it. As far as like the passion that Wemby has, like that, like I want it. I'm gonna do everything to get it. Like I don't see that. I don't see anyone on the Knicks having that.
That boy watched The Last Dance. Same thing Drew should have been watching.
and now he's in the pool with weights. Come on.
Oh,
I don't know. I just because I really love that type of passion, and that's what gets me going. So I have to go with the Spurs.
Wemby showed up in his Shaolin Monk outfit for Game 6. That boy locked in, man.
He is.
He locked in. He don't care, bro.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it.
You
got a Spurs. You got a Spurs in 6.
I got Spurs in 6. I'm gonna say 6.
Me? He said 7.
I'm gonna say 7.
I said 6.
Yeah.
All right, Spurs in 7 for you. Spurs in 6 for you. I think it might be a clean sweep, bro. I'm going Spurs in 6.
Ooh.
I really think. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Sis. Shout out to V. I know y'all in the finals, and we was just on the call before this. She was hyped.
I know. Congrats, but
you know what I mean. I don't know if y'all can pull it off. I love you.
Y'all was on the call. Why I missed that call?
I don't know. The group me message went out, and your boy Voice is back.
I talked to Voice earlier. That's my dog, man. Hopefully, man, Carly comes back. You know what? I've been busy because I'm in the process of like moving and packing and everything like this. I ain't get it, bro.
Fix your face.
I ain't get it, bro. Rick probably gonna send me a text message or something. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we talked about which we can get right.
What am I doing? I'm just sitting here.
We got the Spurs. We got the Spurs. Clean sweep across the board. Jew, if you out there somewhere, send in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Drew gonna say Knicks in 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You said
because we all universally agreed. Yeah. Julius is gonna come and he's gonna be
like, nah, that's straight. Y'all tripping, bro.
He's gonna be like Patrick Ewing finna come out of retirement.
I can't believe y'all said that. All right, so get to this offseason real quick, and then we'll hop into the WNBA. But there are some things this offseason we're gonna see where these big name players are gonna end up landing at. And you talk about Giannis, you talk about LeBron, you talk about Ja. Obviously, the first two are a lot bigger than the third, but I think if he goes anywhere, let's not play this. Not play that game. Wherever he goes, wherever Ja goes, he's gonna be revitalized. That's just me. But if we had to pick, because I don't want to stay here too long because we can have this conversation for 20 minutes. But I'll start with you. Where does Giannis or LeBron make the biggest impact for where they could do in the next 2 years?
For Giannis, it's 2 teams. It's my secondary team, the Orlando Magic.
Orlando, yep.
Also the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I like Minnesota. Speak to this real quick.
I like both, though. I like both of them.
Let me just speak to that because I know we're talking about Giannis, LeBron, and Ja. Sean, I definitely think Wemby had a case. And I think he said a very interesting thing, and then we'll move on. But when he said, how am I not the MVP when 50% of the game is defense? And he was the best on that side. He had to. I said, you're making some points here, my brother.
I just want to put it out there that somebody on this show says that every week, and y'all be looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, nobody listens to you like you. Nobody listens to you like you're crazy.
Every week.
Yeah, nobody listens to you. But I will say this: there is something to be said about elite players on both sides. But it's not as like. I'm not sure what era of basketball it was most evident, but I think when you're talking about now in 2026, it's just not as evident as it was 20 years ago.
Because they don't play defense no more. People don't lock in no more.
Nope.
That's why my favorite players are guys like Embiid and Anthony Edwards and now Wemby, because like these are guys who want to play both sides. These are guys who will go down and they'll give you 30, 35, and then they want to come down, they want to get the game winning block at the same time.
Yeah, that just don't happen a lot.
I like
you can count on one hand.
I like Shea, and Shea's not a bad defensive player, but Wemby makes a great point. Like, and then also when you look at the whole 60, I think that 65 game rule, bro, probably has to go. Because I wasn't even excited this year for none of the awards because there was no races because everybody was either hurt and so they got kicked out, or it was what it was. Mm-hmm. I like Shea, but Shea won that by default. They had already decided to give it to Shea in like March.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Drew would say I'm based off of all the conversations that were around ESPN, around First Take, around it was all but the case for Shea. Wemby, but Shea. But so that's what it was from like March until like the award actually came out.
They
did on all different podcasts.
They did the same thing to Jokic. I like Jokic, bro, but you can't tell me like you're giving it to Jokic based off of offensive stats because Jokic does not play defense. He plays help defense when he should, but they be walking by Jokic. They be walking by Jokic, yo. So there's that.
Yeah.
But
all right. So what about Bron?
I think Bron goes back to Cleveland. Cleveland feels like
that's what I want.
What just happened? The Cleveland is probably the only spot, bro. What you gonna do? Let James Harden lead you back to the playoffs? No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. And it's probably the only place where LeBron will probably.
I like it. I love that. I want that. When they were trying.
I think he goes.
Where do you think he's going, Miles? Since you're rolling your eyes.
I think he goes.
I don't like the move. I don't care to go.
Because he's like this.
I don't care to see him. I don't care to see him back in Cleveland. I really don't.
I think he goes back to Cleveland and potentially helps him get to the finals. Either that, or if the Knicks lose the finals, Ron could be in New York.
Man,
absolutely not. Sean, that's the disrespect is crazy.
What was it? What did he average? 24, 8, and 8?
You can tell Sean his family because he's right about that. I mean, he probably should just retire, but he's not going.
Nah, I think he can still be. He can still contribute. We're not doing that.
It's not that he can't contribute, bro. But I mean, how much more do you want to see from that? Like,
I mean, if Luka and Austin are both healthy, he doesn't have to do. We don't have to ask him to do what he tried to do in these playoffs.
He just said it was the first time he was a third option, and it was a slight struggle, bro. He can't, bro. He should not be taking a back seat to Austin Reeves. What are we doing?
Who doesn't show up anyway? Who doesn't show up anyway?
Are we talking about okay? You take a backseat to Luka, no problem, right? But if those two are the next two up, you're not taking a back seat to him. But you're getting them going.
It shouldn't be Austin. But it shouldn't be Austin. We see what he did. We see what he. Somebody else. It's not Austin. Clearly, he's soft. Well, he was on Miles. That was our second. Exactly. He got to go. He should have been left. We should have been went.
The same way, folks.
Because he ever since that moment told us I'm him. He ain't been him at all.
The only way Austin going somewhere is if Giannis becomes a Laker. That's it. Other than that, you're not trading for nothing less.
I don't see Giannis coming to LA.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
I would love him to see him in a jersey. I would let Austin go in a heartbeat if we got Giannis on the Antetokounmpo.
I want to see Giannis in Orlando.
I like the Giannis in Orlando. I like Orlando. That's what I was going to say.
Trade to get him though. You had to trade. Is it worth? Is it worth the squad?
Well, here's the thing about it, right? You don't have to trade a whole lot because a lot of those contracts work out. But also, the coach that the Magic just signed was a coach who helped Giannis develop.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of in the cards.
I'm giving away my whole future. I'm not just going to take anybody.
You're giving away Paolo and some picks.
Right.
Well, no, I was talking about Milwaukee. I'm letting go of I'm gonna have to get Paolo. But do you trade that out and they do the same thing?
You don't have a choice, because if not, he walks next year. He's a free agent.
No,
he's giving you the option to trade.
He has to be traded, no problem. I'm not worried about that part. But are we saying pulling Paolo and putting Giannis there, do we get the same outcome, or do we just get a repeat of like first round success?
Paolo's an incredible player. He might just need a fresh start sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there were certain points in time where he didn't show up in Orlando, but right now it just doesn't look like.
No,
it just doesn't look like. Now the Orlando could run it back with Paolo and it would be fine. But if you have the opportunity to get Giannis,
you get Giannis.
And
Desmond, you get Giannis.
You get Giannis.
Okay, John Morant.
I would love to see.
He needs to be.
Go ahead, see.
I need him to be where there's a coach that's gonna knock him upside his head a little bit.
You need that. I'm with that.
I would love to see Ja go wherever Giannis goes.
Ooh, it's not.
That's
hard
unfair.
It depends on where they go, though. Depends on where they go.
No, because right now they're underselling Ja. Memphis is.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
I've already worked it out to where I showed y'all both trades. They could go to Minnesota. He can go to Minnesota, or he can go to Orlando with Giannis, and it works out. And you're not gutting the team.
That's crazy. They go to Minnesota with Anthony Edwards. That has to be a chip. Has to be.
You get out from under that Julius Randle contract. You get out from under that Rudy Gobert contract.
Both of them got to go.
That's a championship.
They have to go. They have to go.
And there's been chatter that Minnesota may end up moving to the Eastern Conference.
I heard about that. I don't know about that one, bro.
But I would, if I prefer it, I would love to see
that. Would be.
I would love to see them both in Orlando.
It's not bad. So, I guess we'll see. We'll see how it plays out, man. Now, see, talk to me. Look, we already know we're about to get into and talk about this WNBA. With WNBA season is in full swing. We have teams who are doing their darndest right now, especially at the beginning of the season.
Shout out.
Looking at teams go crazy.
Shout out Portland. Because
okay, hold on.
I know when
it tripped me out that they lost that game to Atlanta and then turned around and beat Caitlin in a fever. It threw me off at first. I was like, wait a second.
But they also beat New York too. They just beat New York too.
So I'm like, okay, what are we watching here?
And then to hear how Meg responded, like that gives me what the Valkyries was given last year. Like we're a bunch of 6 women who are gonna come and play basketball. And like Emily Ensler ain't no punk. She the way she's shooting the 3 right now at 60%. Sarah Barker is just acting like she's been here before for years, especially on the glass, like with the old board and put back to win a game. It's just to see what Portland did, and I were all like during the draft that I was just like, what are they doing? What is this team gonna look like? Now I know, because they are hooping, and I love it. Valkyries continue to hoop. Shout out to them. But Phoenix Mercury, I know you guys just signed Lexi Hell back, but they need something else over there. The Mercury need somebody else. They need some help.
Yeah. But Kai, I'm not gonna.
But even besides, like I understand they have the veteran in Dewana Bana, but you're gonna, and no disrespect to DV because I'm a huge fan, but you want that's not your third option, right? In her career right now.
Agree.
But you also see the effects of how good Satu was for them last year too.
Yeah, offensively.
Agreed.
Because they're struggling, and it should not be that bad. I'm not sure what's going on with Kalia, but Kalia should be Kalia should be the way that Ryan Howard is on
the
Atlanta.
MVP. I need MVP. Kalia,
yeah.
The year she won the championship with Candace Parker, that was a different breed. That was a different breed. But I don't know. The Fever, they got to figure out the best lineup for them. Like, I'm not going to talk about all the drama and all that other stuff. I'm just not going to do it. But as far as like the basketball aspect of it, I just think they have to work out a lineup that is going to be the best for the team. And Raven Johnson, when she's in,
you don't want to talk about drama, but that's part of the conversation about what the issue is. Because right now,
I'm talking about with the coaches and all that, and talking about people's intent. Like, I'm not in their heads. I'm talking about that.
But the thing is that we saw the whole thing with Caitlin getting pulled for Raven. Bro, you're looking like a cone out there on defense.
Hey, Raven can't play though.
Raven comes to play every game.
But that's what you gotta do. Like, I asked, Connecticut signed Ashlyn Jackson to a development contract. And when she got in the game for her first game, like, she was on defense, knocked down a 3. And I just asked her about that mentality of just staying ready. And not saying that Caitlin doesn't be ready, but when her shots are not falling down, you can see her frustration on her body language. And that's how people get the best of her. And it's not like necessarily they're bullying you on the defensive, and people know you're upset. People know that you're really not going to defend them now because your shot's not falling.
Facts.
They're hunting her on defense.
Like, because you got to do it. But you got to do something where you have to contribute. If your shot's not falling, do something else. Because that game, you didn't have any assists either.
Yeah.
Well, I know she said something about rehab was like long, and something about her having to like learn to run again or something along those lines. Yeah. But the thing about it right now is the difference that the difference that you could talk about between her and Raven at the beginning of the season was Caitlin was a much better shooter, but right now Caitlin's shooting 29% from 3. On that's the goal with the 4.5 turnovers per game. So now when you look at them evenly, and you're bringing in Raven, who's a spark plug, who's not only picking up the best defensive player, the best offensive player on the other team, but I mean, Raven came in one time in like a couple games ago in like the first quarter.
She had 16 points last game.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's the lingering issues with the injuries, then she needs to take the time to do that. But also at the same token, Aaliyah Boston making too much money to not be plugged in the middle like she should either.
Facts.
So as much as you want to put the blame on Caitlin, Aaliyah might need to talk to Candace
it's a collective
on that podcast and get it together herself.
All right, so let me ask a real question. There's a team that is currently in first place.
Atlanta Dream.
Could not have. I don't know. It's Minnesota actually.
Okay.
It's not Minnesota.
It must have changed.
Number 2. So you're looking at a team without their star player in first place. Now, again, let's not. For the people who are watching, the fans out there, fans of WNBA who are real fans who watch the game, I get it. It is only 8 games. However, you have a team who is used to.
That doesn't.
They know how to win. They have a great organization. They know what they're doing. They
don't have their same team.
In the first 8 games. Don't have their same team.
They don't have their same team at all. Their star player is out.
You have a rookie who is out here doing the darn thing, right? And averaging, close. She's third leading scorer on the team. But you have players like Courtney Williams, like Natasha Howard. You have Olivia Miles, who's leading.
Natasha Howard's been shooting
the thing out the ball, bro. And she's averaging over 17 right now.
And the Fever traded Howard last year.
Don't make no sense to me. But what are we looking at from this squad when you have a MVP type player, caliber player, who it will be back shortly. They're 8 games in. She was slated to come around game between 15 and game 15 or 20, right in that mix. Like, what are we saying about the Lynx? If they can keep this up, I mean, when you get your star back, like, I mean, what are we saying right now?
Well, the thing about the Lynx is the Lynx are always good in the regular season. It's the playoffs that we have the issue with the Lynx.
Ma.
Yeah. What's up, Mom?
But the thing about it is, it says a lot when you can bring in a rookie point guard to run the offense. You kind of had to overhaul the team a little bit. You lost your DPOY. You lost a couple really good pieces, and you're sitting there right now. So when you get that MVP back, it's gonna get scary.
Feet coming. And she's working.
Yeah. She has help in the paint with Natasha. And she has help with Natasha Howard down there.
Yeah. And you have a rookie who's she's averaging what, 15, 6 and 5 right now?
Yep.
Like, as a rook, and shit, her IQ is just so high, bro. But when you have people and vets who are there, like Courtney, like Natasha, who are leading that in the scoring, and they're being able to lead and shoot the ball as well as they have, like, and then obviously McBride as well. Like, then you're thinking to myself, like, okay, we might have something here. Now, mind you, it is crazy to me that the WNBA, not the league itself, but every other team allowed Olivia to fall to Minnesota. I have no idea how that happened, but they made it happen. And what we're going to see. Also, talk about, we have the Atlanta Dream, man, where Bree is still not on the court. And I mean, they're 5-2 right now, I believe. And we're talking about, and make sure we shout out to the Atlanta Dream. I'll be in the building tomorrow to cover them. And it's a good conversation we can have. See, they're playing Connecticut. And I'm like,
that don't mean nothing.
I'm just saying they at the bottom. I know they're at the bottom of 2-8. I'm just saying, like, they're okay. So what happens is what I love to see. Right.
Well, we got our point back. We have Layla Khan back.
Yeah.
You know, BG's in the lineup. So but only thing is Aaliyah Edwards is out. So it's like we're back in this position where we have one player come back, then one player goes out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know she's not a veteran, but Aaliyah's been in the league for a couple years, and we do need what she does bring to the court. But these are the games where Anissa Morrow plays her game, getting a double-double. You know what I'm saying? When they move the ball and they play the way Kayla came out. Was it Kayla? Yeah, KB. Excuse me, Kennedy. Sorry. When she came out on Saturday at the game. Ton of it, locked in defensively and offensively. We all know. Everyone's like, why did you trade her? She's making $1 million this year. Well, she was shooting 63% from 3 last year. You know what I'm saying? So now that her shot's falling, I mean, it's more of, it has to be between the two teams that are going to fade my team and your team, is more of what Connecticut can do on the defensive end and not turn the ball over. Because you turn the ball over on Atlanta, they're going to get points in transition regardless.
Get out of there. You got Pow, you got Canada, you got Ryan, like they gone.
I need to see the Sun run the offense through Anissa Morrow more consistently.
She's in the starting lineup now.
She needs to be the focal point of that offense. The way that she plays, the way that she gets at it, like, it's crazy.
But I think moving Kennedy to the bench and having our actual point be here in Layla Lacan, I think that will be better to get people better looks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm optimistic about squad, of course, but that's what they have. They cannot turn the ball over against Atlanta, and they have to play defense.
But what makes me nervous? What makes me nervous? I wouldn't say nervous, but what an area of concern, I would say, for if I'm looking at Atlanta and I'm looking at the type of minutes that their starters are putting up. You have Pow who's coming off the bench, but we looked at players like Navarre, who you were like, okay, can we get more people? Obviously, Bree's not back in the lineup yet, so one of those players are going to have to come off the bench and be a spark plug with Pow. But you're looking at Alicia Gray, I think Alicia, Angel, and I got Nas and Ryan. They're all over all over 30 minutes, all over 32 probably, I want to say. And Jordan Canada's a coach there with 30 minutes a game. So it is a lot. At this moment, you could look at our squad, look at the Atlanta Dream, and say we are very top heavy in terms of the minutes that we're putting out for those people. Obviously, Papa coming off the bench playing 18 minutes. So when Bree comes back, the shift will happen. But do you think at some point we're looking at the Atlanta Dream, and on paper they should be head over heels above most teams, right? They have a player at every position that can put up points and go on any run they want to. Are we looking at like they're going to flame out, like they're going to hit a peak at some point and then they're going to coast, or they're going to hit a peak and then get to the playoffs and not be the same? Obviously, when Bree gets back, it's going to be a whole different dynamic. And coach is going to have to look at those defensive offensive sets and getting her ingratiated into the offense and making it, because you're going to get some rhythm, right? You're 5-2. You're going to get some rhythm against those players who are playing right now. And Bree comes back, who's such a big part of the offense, or going to be a big part of the offense. Like, what does that look like moving forward for a team that is putting a lot of work and a lot of load on their top players?
But I think once Bree comes back, that load won't be there as much either.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think bringing her back, it frees up some of that time for Rye, Alicia, and Jordan Canada. And the lineup's going to change, and the rotation's going to change once Bree Jones is back in the lineup.
You also get an opportunity, because the thing about it is Angel and Coach Carr have come out and said, like, Angel's still learning the offense. Angel's still learning the offense, averaging 13-11, and she's shooting 40% from the field. So once she gets it down how they want her to get it down, you can not only continue to change the other lineups when Bree comes back, but you have the opportunity to kind of run the tables, because Ryan is locked in right now. And then on top of that, Alicia's 40% shooting like crazy. I don't think Jordan Cannon's getting enough credit. Like, people keep trying to look at her like she's the weakest link, and she's not. Like, Jordan Canada is doing her thing out there.
11, 6, and 4 is tough.
She's running the offense for a team of players who almost everybody needs the ball, because they're that good. And as we're 8 games in, as we get more locked in, man, that team, by the time we get to the playoffs, they're going to be scary. And they're playing defense. Like, they're locked in on defense.
You got Alicia Gray blocking shots, at least 2 a game.
Look, I'm excited to be in the building tomorrow to get to cover them and obviously be sideline. Shouts up for MTMV Sports and the Full 94 podcast. I'm excited to be in the building. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna talk to some fans, get some videos.
Mario has 8 double-doubles, just so you know.
Out here in the streets, bro.
No, I'm just saying, so you can work on a question for either for coach or whatever, giving you some facts about the Sun. Just letting you know.
Yeah. For sure. I'm definitely
from Ryan the Angel, man. Like, we need to
the heart. Okay, so shout and maybe and look, Atlanta, if you're watching this, we out here. I'm trying to be tier 1. Okay, I'm trying to get the tier 1 coverage. I need that in my life. MTMV Sports, we will be covering them all season. And obviously the WNBA, but specifically what the Atlanta Dream are doing after the acquisition of Angel Reese. You got Bree coming back from injury, and already multiple All-Stars in multiple positions. So this team is going to be a team to mess with for sure. And you're gonna have to come through Atlanta in the playoffs and knock us off if you're trying to get a road to the finals. So I like it, man. I like it. What are we most excited about for the rest of the season? I know we're only 7-8 games in, but what's the most thing we're excited? Well, I'll start with you and we finish with C.
I think I'm just excited to see these teams lock in even more. I love what Minnesota's doing with Olivia Miles. She's not being overwhelmed. I love to see what I'm seeing from the Dream, especially how they're loving on Angel with everything that she's been through. And Ryan Howard is looking like the absolute MVP of the league outside of Asia, of course. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with these aces after the whole Kennedy Carter thing happened and all that talking. Of course, I got to apologize to Asia because I went under on my parlay and she completely obliterated that. Lost about $300, but it's all good.
Stop playing, man. That's what she said.
Yeah, but I mean, I love the way that the league is moving this year as far as the excitement. It's not all focused on one player or one team, even though you're getting a lot of pushback now because the WNBA keeps showing all these fever games, and all the games are exciting, just like we said they would be. So, I would love to see them get Kathy up out of there and put somebody in there who's going to show more balance in it. These thoughts are my thoughts and not the thoughts of full 94.
But she put the games on and they're losing, so therefore
it's an exciting time, and I really want to see the Sun do some great things in the last season, man, before they go out. Shout out to them because I know they're supposed to be doing something really good for AT. But in this last season, man, I think them Connecticut fans have been amazing.
It's a lot of them.
And they deserve to go out on a high tip before they transfer to Houston.
For sure.
What's up, C?
Talk to me, C. What's up?
I needed that video. Anyway, but for me, I am excited just because it's unknown of who's going to be this year's champion. I feel as though there's competition all around the league. We know, especially like seeds 1 through 6, we wouldn't know the way the Aces lost, but everyone expected them to come out and just be completely dominant. So I just really love the fact that there's competition all around the league. And every time there's a game on, it's so much fun. So I'm just excited for the growth and the growth, the W.
I'm with it. I'm excited, man. I think obviously you got the finals coming up for the NBA, and then we're gonna be all in on WNBA. Obviously, NBA off season and what they got going on, but we're gonna be all in on WNBA. So if you are not a WNBA fan, we need you to stop playing and go watch some good basketball, bro. These are talented women making money and doing what they love to do, and they putting their best foot forward, 110% effort given on the court. So this is what we love to see. If you're not a fan yet.
Shout out to Plum Dog. I know you don't buy that name, but shout out to Kelsey Plum.
Yeah.
She's going crazy.
Man. Rightful. That's respect given. So, I mean, you already know what it is, man. We're going to get to this last segment. I think this is one of the most fun people tune into. They get to tap into it. And we probably get the most interaction on our socials from this segment. You already know what it is. It is Open Run with 494 Podcast on MTMB Sports. Now, if you have never seen this segment of our show, it is basically an open run. If you go to any basketball court in America, they say it's open run. You can come slide, pick your team, do whatever. We take that same premise, we put it on games. So you want to say if it's start, bench, or cut, it's multiple choice. If it's this or that, however you want to bring it to the forefront, you can come and do that because this is Open Run on 494 Podcast here on MTMV Sports. Will, I feel like there's something off the top of your dome that you got. Let's just get with that. We'll do 2, 3 at the most, and then we'll go ahead and get about it.
Will and take us out.
Start, bench, cut. Since you ain't here, we're gonna do a race from history for my dog. Big 3 edition. All right. The Aces Big 3 of Chelsea Gray, Asia Wilson, Jackie
Kelsey
Young.
Plum. Oh, Jackie. Okay.
The Houston Comets.
Oh my
Cheryl Swoops,
Jack,
Tia Thompson, and Cynthia Cooper. I kind of want to go with the Seattle Storm, man, but I don't think people remember Lauren Jackson and Sue Bird and Breonna Stewart.
It's a crazy time.
With Sue Bird and Breonna Stewart.
Yeah,
we know it.
And then we're gonna go one of C's joints, man. Let me get the Connecticut Sun with John Paul Jones and that Big 3 out there in Connecticut. I ain't gonna keep going. Start, bench, cut, erase from history, man. Those are your 4.
So Houston.
Oh, with
Las
AT,
Vegas,
Breonna Jones,
and
DeWanna Bonner.
Yep.
Okay.
What I said John Quell, didn't I? John Quell wasn't there. John Quell wasn't as good yet.
Yeah. See, hey, I'm gonna let you have this.
That's why I said DB, AT, and Breonna Jones.
Yeah.
I'm going to start the comments. Bench the Aces. I got to cut AT, and then I have to erase Lauren Jackson, Sue Bird, and Brianna from history. And the only reason why I did that is because AT averages a triple-double.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes, I erased them from history. I know they have a championship, but like I said, AT averaged a triple-double, and no one's ever did that in the WNBA history.
Stand for AT.
So that's my stop, bench, cut, and erase from history.
I'm gonna go the same. I'm switching cut and erase. I'm cutting Seattle. And gosh, man, to erase AT just feels sacrilegious. You know what I mean? But I feel like
and did it without one of the three. So
exactly. So yeah, I definitely would start Houston, bench Vegas. I'm probably gonna switch up the bottom half. I'll cut Seattle and erase Connecticut. That's crazy, bro. What you doing, Will? Send us out of here. What you got? Start bench cut, erase from history. Who you doing?
I'm starting. I got to start the comments.
For sure.
Benching the Aces. I'm cutting Seattle, and I got to erase Connecticut.
Out there in the streets, bro. All right. I got one. We start bench cut, erase from history, and we out of here. Start bench cut, erase from history. 2026 Spurs. 17 Warriors. Give me the 09 Lakers. And 03 was 03 San Antonio? Yeah. I'm 2003 Spurs, 26 Spurs, 09 Lakers,
Heat,
17 Warriors.
Oh, I thought you were San Antonio. You're going okay.
Yeah, two Spurs. 2003, Dave Robinson, Tim, Manu, Tony, all them guys.
Okay.
And then 2026 Spurs, 09 Lakers, 17 Warriors. Start bench cut, erase from history.
17 Warriors, 09 Lakers, 2003 Spurs, 26 Spurs.
Wemby gotta go. Hey, be safe, bro.
All right, champ.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. God bless you. Peace and love. Hey, look, y'all already know what it is, man. The 494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. I am Miles Austin, Mr. Teddy Farrow. Sports Talk with C. Shout out to Drew _Chasing Dreams. We know he out there talking basketball with somebody. He might be yelling at somebody right now at this moment because he's trying
to tell
somebody
to shut up.
I already know it. I definitely already know it. Make sure y'all continue to tune in, man. Every Monday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You want to talk basketball, this is where you're talking about. Make sure to follow us on everything at 494 Podcast. And then, look, you want to talk basketball, come and talk with us. Come hit us up on the socials. Do what you got to do. Make sure you follow us on all the things, man. We really would love to continue having these conversations. If you want to tap in on socials, Juice your man. Come, what's up?
And if you got a start bench cut you want to submit, man, shoot us a DM, bro.
We would love to do that. And we'll shout you out. We'll actually do the start bench cut in the open run segment of our show here on the MTMV Sports. So make sure you continue to tune in, man. We love y'all. Make sure y'all continue checking every Monday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Drew _Chasing Dreams, Sports Talk with C, Mr. Teddy Farrow. I am Miles Austin, and at 494 Podcast on everything. Hit us up. Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to really go back and forth? Y'all should hit up Drew. He looking for something to do right now. So y'all be easy. Much love. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Hey guys, it's your girl C, and you just watched the show on MTMV Sports Network. And if you like what you see and you want more exciting content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.